guys. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where the continuation of the conversation in football is being had. But this time, we're talking about a free football coaching clinic. To do that, we are joined by PC Maurice Goddard, the assistant coach and player in the TTPS Tobago Division football team, alongside Carlette Matthew, social worker for the TTPS. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. And I am excited about this conversation, especially coming off of the heels of hearing what we need, what we look for in players and other persons at the helm. So tell me, first off, in terms of the teaming up to create this entity, Mr. Goddard, perhaps you can give us a little bit of a summary of what sort of skills, drills, and coaching tips we are going to be seeing at what will be an all-day extravaganza of sorts.
Okay, good morning, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago also. One of the things that we are planning to do is first engage the attitudes of the young people. So we are starting from 14 years upwards, and then we'll show some skills and drills that will help to improve them physically and also their skill level, skill set. That is where we plan to start at, but most of all, the attitude of the player, first and foremost.
How do we plan to do that? Is this why we have, in terms of social work, then maybe Carlette can chime in, to look at particular behaviors or particular strategies that we're going to implement?
So the focus on Saturday is on the skill and developing your skill, right? Because what we believe is that if we tap into the kids' strength as opposed to their weaknesses, you get a better outcome. And so using the football, those who love football and are passionate about football, you want to become the next Ronaldo, the next Ronaldinho, the next Messi, the next Kaka. And so we are going to look at that, look at how you approach the skills training, how you approach, taking the ball, taking instructions, how you approach what you may see as failure, because another player may be a little bit more skilled than you. How does that then affect your self-esteem? So building the kids' self-esteem through sport, through guidance, understanding that each person is an individual and comes with their own strength, their own identity, and how best we can nurture that and also guide the parents in nurturing that as well.
Now, Mr. Goddard, you gave us a little bit of insight as to who you are focusing on in terms of an age group, but are there other criteria that we can learn this morning in terms of who can attend?
Well, I think it's from 4 to 16, is it, Carlette?
4 to 18.
4 to 18, yes. And there is a registration that we do. I think we have more than 100 kids already registered, yes?
We do.
So that's where we at now, and we are asking parents to come out and support your child, bring your child, and just don't leave them there, because there are things that you'll see that you'll have to continue to help these children to improve. As Carlette would have said, we want to see the next Ronaldo, the next Messi, the next Dwight. So to do that, you need the support of the parents. So don't just bring them and drop them and go your own way. Bring them and stay.
Now, for the parents that will be in attendance, are there particular activities or other ways that they can participate apart from literally physically being there? Or will it be all about the kids?
Well, the footballers will focus on the kids, and then we will be having an interaction with the parents, to have a better understanding of who their child is, where their child is coming from, what their child's aspirations are, how the child is doing academically, that kind of thing, so that we can have an all-encompassing, a holistic view of the children that we are working with.
Now, I'm coming back to you, Mr. Goddard, because as someone who is on the field and as well performing as an assistant coach, you can give some insight from two perspectives. When you talk about the inclusion of the parents, how would you describe that impact on a player who has the support of their parents versus someone who is not seeing that support?
Well, the first person or the first real supporter a child really has is the parents, because that's the person that they grow up with, they spend a lot of time with and so on. And once that person is supporting you, you feel like you can go out there and do anything. You feel like a Superman, a Batman, because that parent is behind you. And that's the person who is supposed to buy you your stuff, give you your gear, give you your money to go to training, drop you there, be there and show, be your first cheerleader. Once a child is seeing that, most of the times a child will develop in a particular way and tend to work harder. And the attitude also of feeling neglected is not there. And sometimes they don't seek attention because they're already having it. So it's easier for the coach to work with them.
I really appreciate you underscoring that because, like you say, parents sometimes will drop them on the games or the training sessions and leave. And we really need to see, as we heard from our previous speaker, a lot more support. Now, in terms of how the day is structured, I understand that we're focusing on the students, the children themselves, but there will be a culmination of a match that football fans might be looking forward to, as we will see some big names like Brent Sancho in attendance. Is there anybody else or any other names that you guys want to drop in terms of who will be there as well?
Well, the entire former, well, not entire, but a lot of the former Soca Warriors will be there. So there's Sid Gray, there's also Stern John. So a lot of the former Soca Warriors will be playing our TTPS footballers. We also have big name footballers like Papi Goddard.
Sounds familiar.
Wow.
And that's because it's going to be the TTPS versus FC National, yes? These are the final games, if you will. So that's a good one to attend. Now, and all of this is part of the free part of things. No extra costs or no additional entry required, yes?
No, none at all. It's free, it's all encompassing because what we are trying to do is really build community. Tobago has prided itself on having a close knit community because we're so small, and we want to rebuild that sense of community, that spirit of community. So it's free to everyone. Bring your coolers, no glass bottles allowed. Bring your rhythm section. Bring your flags, your drums, anything that you can use to make some noise, positive noise, and let's show the world that we are a unified community.
Love it. Carla, can you remind us of the locations and times as well? And Mr. Goddard, if you can tell us the social media connections that we can make with all the entities involved in making this possible. So Carla, date, time, location again?
So it's this Saturday, Saturday the 11th of January. The clinic starts at 3 p.m. sharp. So we expect parents to be there from no later than 2:30. We kick off the football match right after the clinic. So that's at 6 p.m. sharp. And it's at Shaw Park
in Tobago. I think we have a little bit of technical difficulty there. Mr. Goddard, could you give us the connections that we can use to reach you guys, whether it's social media, numbers, or even emails?
Yes.
Grounds, opposite.
Yeah, we're getting some technical problems with Carlet there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Goddard, can you give us those details?
Yes. So the TTPS Tobago Division has a Facebook page. You can search it. We have information up on it. I think Carlet and Lee will have a link for the registration and so on. You can also call 639-2511. That's the office number, and you can have more information there. I think that Carlet would have another number that she can share with you. I do not have that number, but those that we are in control of is the TTPS Tobago Division Facebook page.
Well, I thank you and Khaled both for joining us this morning and for taking on this initiative. On Saturday, I wish you guys the best of luck and may the best team win.
That's our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're getting ready for that free football clinic happening in Tobago this Saturday, guys. Head on down, but for now, we take another break and come back with more here on the Now Morning Show.